Tucked away in south-central Washington, the small town of Goldendale boasts breathtaking scenery of the Northwest landscape, where the majesty of the Columbia River Gorge meets the dramatic peaks of the Cascade Mountains against a backdrop of rolling farms, fields, and forests.
Pretty phenomenal. First time we saw it, we were blown away.
But now there's another site.
Just wow, just crazy. It's just something that you never imagine seeing.
It's just hard to believe that somebody could make this.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's leaving visitors in awe.
It's bigger than I thought it would be. And it's just wow.
This is Freedom, the world's largest bronze eagle, finally hatched and ready to take flight after a very, very long incubation period.
That's our baby. I'm very proud. We are very proud.
Ty and Barbara Ross own the eagle, which is now the talk of the town.
People just keep coming, hour after hour.
But the story of how it got here is truly a saga.
They told me it would take 6 months to a year. That was 9.5 years ago. And the cost went up about the same as the amount of years.
It started at their kitchen table in 2015. Barbara loves art. Ty loves eagles. They have money and wanted to make their favorite local artist even more famous. Heather Green gained national attention as a prodigy when she was 6 years old. Here she is in People magazine in 1982. And this was Heather a decade ago, when she first started working on the eagle at her foundry in Cascade Locks.
Barbara and Ty came along and said, how would you like to do a big eagle?
Rich Green is Heather's husband, her spokesperson, and for this project, the wind beneath her wings.
So the theme was overkill. So originally it was engineered with 1-inch steel. We used 2-inch steel on the shoulders.
Rich helped Heather put it all together.
That comes off of the mold, then it gets dipped into a tank.
Using traditional methods.
That piece goes into a kiln.
Without modern scanning tools or milling robots. Literally winging it.
So she took each mold, reversed it, by her eye, and then when you went to put all those together, there was discrepancy because it wasn't done with technology.
They struggled with head-scratching measurements and even life-threatening emergencies, like the Eagle Creek fire. It burned so close to their studio, they set up hoses so the clay wouldn't melt if they lost power. There were also injuries. Heather got a second-degree sunburn on her back. Rich, a compression fracture when he fell off a wing.
So I had to sit on the couch for 6 weeks.
Did you ever at any point, Rich, think, I can't do this anymore?
I did that right as nothing was fitting right in these holes, and that's when I literally went out behind the building and prayed, and I said, I need help, God, because if you can create the whole universe, you can do this. And then within a day, I could see everything that I needed to do.
With the help of a few different foundries, a nuclear submarine welder, and a new workshop the Ross family built on their property, they got it done. Last month, they used a 50-ton crane to move the finished masterpiece into town. The eagle landed right next to the Goldendale post office. Its sheer size, breathtaking, and drawing crowds.
35,000 pounds, and each wing weighs 10,000 pounds.
To put that into perspective, each one of these panels weighs 30 pounds. That's about a fourth of my body weight. And there are 800 on the eagle, and they were all put together by hand.
It looked better than we thought it was going to look.
Yes.
It looked beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
After a lot of blood, sweat, and tears,
I love you, honey.
Love you. So proud of you.
Give me 5. Give me 5.
Yeah.
the entire Ross family is savoring the celebration of this monumental feat.
It's stunning. You just see the hard work in every little feather and every little talon. It's beautiful.
And expensive, so the eagle will eventually have to leave its perch in Goldendale. It's now for sale. How much is still a mystery.
So it cost us enormous amount that we hadn't really figured on to begin with.
How much?
You see these hands? I've got arthritis from writing the checks.
Several million is the closest we got to an exact amount. There's a lot of buzz over who might swoop in to buy it, and much of the speculation is nesting around President Trump.
I really do. I really hope he sees all of it, and I hope that it lands with him, and I hope that he purchases it for the gift of the White House and it can stay there forever. I think it would be brilliant.
It'd be beautiful on the pond in front of the Washington Monument.
Wherever the eagle goes, Goldendale's name will be on it.
Rich Green is now guarding the eagle 24/7, living in a trailer right behind its right wing until it's ready to take flight to its permanent home.
Isn't that cool?
And as he answers questions and listens to the people who stop and snap selfies, he says one thing is as clear as the blue sky above. Freedom is a bipartisan bird.
We've had people here that hate the party in power, and we've had people here that love the party in power. They love this. So that, to me, is like, that's amazing.
Well, I'm a 20-year vet from the Air Force, and freedom means everything to us, without a doubt. And we thank God for it every day of our lives.
Yes.
And this is just a representation of that for us. It represents that freedom. So I think it's awesome.
And forever a feather in Goldendale's cap. For ARC PDX, I'm Angelica Thornton.